You've spoken eloquently about a moral sickness in American universities and that we didn't suddenly just arrive at this moment of moral confusion that we're seeing play out in the context of this Israel-Hamas war.
Yes. As you know, Lyle, I gave a speech when I was a senior at Harvard in May of my senior year on anti-Americanism. Anyone who's listening or watching can check it out on YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel. And I talked about the cowardice and the extreme ideas that have been allowed to fester on campus and how so many people would remain silent in the face of that kind of rancid thought. So to your point, this extremism, this state of American colleges and universities, this has been around for decades. And I think the problem is this. We have allowed a minority of people, I don't mean a racial or sexual minority, I mean a minority of people with a certain way of thinking, to make their views mainstream at these universities. The vast majority of people, certainly in America, and even, believe it or not, on these universities, think that it has gone too far. But that majority remains silent. And so in order to change this, we have to call upon that majority to say, wait a minute, this is nuts. They can no longer be silent. That is what got us into this situation in the first place, and that is what will get us out of it.
Yeah. Julie, I'm just intrigued that as someone who is a Harvard graduate and you're quite young yourself, how is it that you've avoided what's colloquially known as the woke mind virus? You still are grounded in common sense. You can see the issues that are going on. Why have you, as someone of your generation, bypassed the rest of your cohort?
Well, I was so lucky to have discovered the work of Dennis Prager when I was a sophomore at Harvard, and he changed my life. PragerU, his nonprofit, has these 5-minute videos on a variety of subjects. I read his book on the American value system. I read his Torah commentaries. So I was blessed to be exposed to his ideas and learn from them. But also, I don't think in any way that I'm better than any of my fellow peers. But what I did have, and I will give myself credit for this, is I had a willingness to explore what other people had to say on issues. I was actually left-wing for most of my life. I was left-wing in college, but I did have a curiosity and I had a tolerance for opposing viewpoints. And it turns out that those opposing viewpoints ended up convincing me so much that I came to adopt them.